coffee. Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the videos. It's wonderful to have you guys here again as always. Today in this video I want to give a rundown of what's been going on with me, the shop, cars, projects and the channel basically. I've been in hiatus for a number of months due to a number of unforeseen circumstances. So I figured I would make an update as to what I've been up to in the meantime. Last video you guys saw was the Statesman 12s for 2K. Well, that car sold. It's a bit of a long story. The short version of it is a friend sent me an engine for sale when I was drunk. I bought it the next day and realised I didn't have a car for said engine. So I sold the Statesman. So I pulled myself out of the 12s for 2K competition. I might potentially revisit that another day with another car, another project, maybe. We'll see. It is still something I want to do personally, just because it does seem like a fun challenge. A lot of the guys down here at the shop have either done it or are doing it. So yeah, I want to have a crack at it, but not now. Statesman is gone, which brings me to the car purchased for said engine. I'll get onto that in another video. I think it needs a bit of a video in its own for an introduction. And then the shop has been flat out, but more importantly I haven't been doing much due to my hand. I don't know, some of you saw my Facebook post. I got it with an angle grinder. I severed the tendon in the back of my thumb there, like right around there. So yeah, at the moment I'm still healing, so that's all I've got. But that was a couple of months ago now. So I've been stuck in a splint for the last 2 months. Well, it's actually a bit over 2 months now. So I've been stuck in a splint for the last 2 months, and literally only just gotten out of it the last week or so to try and get some movement back in it. But there's some problems with that too, so yay. Angle grinders are fun. Yeah, so that realistically slowed me down and chewed up a lot of my time. So I was mainly just focusing on the shop here, trying to make sure bills were paid and jobs were done, because being half crippled slowed me down a lot. And don't get me wrong, I'm still not back to where I was, but I'm starting to get a lot closer. Yeah, which brings me to the Gemini. Been meaning to make a video about this car for quite a while. Last you guys saw, what was the last thing you guys saw? I'm not sure. Anyway, it was still V6. It's not a V6 anymore. Did a bit of soul searching with this car. Well, actually, the less abbreviated version of it is I brought a Pulsar 3584 for it, fitted it to the V6, went to retune it, and had a boost spike on petrol, and ultimately picked up 2 big end bearings, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I pulled the engine out, freshened it up, re-ringed it, re-bearinged it, did an L67 bottom end, put it all back together, and then purchased a store converter for it, fitted that, and was getting ready to make it a pretty serious little engine and combination for it. But then it developed another rattle in it somewhere, and I was just about over the car. Did a bit of soul searching. My biggest problems with the car were the V6 wasn't legal for me to drive it on the street with the turbo on it, and the mechanical brakes. The mechanical brakes were the biggest of the two. The V6 not being legal, I would have ran with it anyway, but the mechanical brakes sort of had to get addressed. It was sketchy and terrifying. Excuse me. Because the pedal would just disappear from time to time. So, and there wasn't enough room in the engine bay for the brake booster with the V6. The rocker cover was just too close to the brake master and potential booster assembly. Even a small 6-inch diameter booster was too big to fit there. So, well, I decided to pull the V6 out of it and sell off a bunch of bits, the built trans with the converter. The engine I've still got. The cam package I sold out of it though, and just little bits and pieces. I still have the turbo manifolds somewhere. If anyone's interested in a set of V6 Gemini turbo manifolds, let me know. Be warned, it's driver side turbo, so not an easy fit. Excuse me. So yeah, that led me to choose an engine for it, which I went through all of my options, and there are a lot of cool options. But I ended up landing back on the original engine platform that I wanted to put in the car when I first got it, before I put the V6 in it. The V6 came about because the car came with V6 engine mounts in it. Turned out to be easier, and I didn't want to spend the money to put this engine in the car. So yeah, now the engine came out, well, I won't stuff it, I might as well put it in there. It solves two major problems. Well, it solves my two major problems that I had with the car. And yeah, can't see it very well, but it's K24. So K24 A4 out of a 06 Cord, and it's in there. Some universal engine mounts, not finished welded in there yet, and I fabbed up a 4-into-1 collector style manifold, trying to maintain enough space, not that you can see very well, for the master cylinder to come forward a number of inches. Downpipe, I haven't quite decided yet. I have some oval pipe there to either, hang on. Yeah, I have some oval pipe there to either snake down beside the column here, but what I think I'm going to end up doing is I'll come down around the back of the engine here and drop it down over on the passenger side, because there's a notch in the chassis there. Someone previously put in it for an exhaust, so I might utilize that and come around the back of the engine, because when the previous owner chopped and fitted a new tunnel, there's now tons of space there. I just need to figure out the water outlet stuff and sensor connectors and how much room they're going to need and take up but a nice 3-inch pipe does snug nicely down there, so more than likely that'll happen. Master will come forward 5 inches or so. Oh, sorry, 5 inches or so. Yeah, roughly here with the booster in there. There's enough space for the booster, and that's why I haven't done the downpipe yet, because that may get changed 16 times. It's not going to be an easy fit, that one, and that was originally what put me off this platform the first time. They are really tall. People don't realise how tall they are. Even I didn't until I had it in my possession and went, "Ugh, that's gonna be fun," and it was more. It was fun specifically because of the oil pump that has to sit in the oil pan itself, and then the tallness of them. The deck height I don't think is too bad from memory, but it's just the cylinder head and rocker cover assembly for the VTACs in there and stuff. Yeah, so then it came down to transmission choice for it, and there are a lot of good options. Manual would have been nice, something different. The new car I've got is manual, and I'm kind of over manuals, and you know, autos are faster anyway, so I could have kept the original 4L60 that was in here, but to do that it was a very expensive kit out of the States and a bunch of other parts, so I bit the bullet, and not that you can see it very well, but it is paired to an 8HP 45. It's not the big bad 8HP 70, but it's the cheaper, more budget friendly 45 that will handle the power that I want to make out of that thing, because it doesn't need to try and rotate the earth. Yeah, I contacted Andrew over at 8Speed AU. He is the 8-speed guru in Brisbane, so if you're interested in getting anything for an 8HP or conversion or any information about them, he is the man to speak to. He guided me in the selection of parts that I needed to purchase, and I was able to purchase the majority of them through him, so hit him up if you need anything 8HP related. And yeah, I'm pretty keen doing the 8HP. Did change it. I need to re-ECU the car, so that's what all this spaghetti is about. Not that you can see much of it, but going to rewire the car for a max ECU, because it will control the 8HP as well as the K24, and do all the cool things that I need it to do and want it to do. Not so much need, it's more of a want. It's always a want. But yeah, last you saw the car, it was still in shambles inside. It still is. I don't know if I showed you guys. We made up some door cards, all the trims back on, most of the dash is back together. I still got to neaten up some wiring. All the seats are back in it. Seat belts, trimming the door trim and stuff. So yeah, it's coming along. It's mostly a car. Just need to hook in and finish it off. I've ordered an intake manifold for it. I've got to fabricate up a sump, which I have started. I've got to finish fabricating engines and transmission mount. Measure up for a tail shaft. Sort out accessories, belts, intercooler piping will be easy. Water and oil, turbo lines and drain also goes into sump fabrication. the next major step I want to do, first thing I want to do is fabricate the sump. The next major step I want to do is fit a booster and I'm going to have to redo the hard lines for the master, so I will do that. And the wiring, I want to get stuck into the wiring because it's going to be a pretty big job. Anyway, that's going to be about it from me in this video. Daz is booked in for a test and tune tonight, so I'm going to go out and do a test and tune. I was supposed to do a race. Well, it's the first now, so last month just gone, but because of my hand injury I had to not do it and cancel my entry. Excuse me. So that sucks. So I'm gonna go out, take him out and do a test and tune tonight. Just gonna run him on low boost, no boost controller. I think it makes about 22 pound like that. So it's still probably gonna get me kicked out anyway. But I'm curious. I want to see what it runs. So that'll be the next video. Keep an eye out for that, and then I'll make a video about the other car, the drunken purchase. Drunken mistake I call it. And a following video after that, and I want to try and keep pumping videos out. That was my goal before I injured my hand. I had lots of things being planned and was looking to try and do, and so on and so forth, but yeah, that kind of put a stop to, well, almost everything. Yeah, anyway, that's going to be it for me in this video. I know it's a bunch of rambling and talking and nonsense, nothing exciting, but I needed to update you guys on what's been happening. I've been wanting to make a video for a long time, but just not being able to. So with that, don't forget, unleash the boost, CO2 the world, and I will see you guys in the next one out at the track tonight. Bye bye.